like even in those places specifically, why not go together? Like, why not make sure she's safe? Why not have fun with her? Why not?
That's a whole nother thing.
Hang out.
I don't know what your views are on going out with your girl, but I think, I just think going out in general, and perhaps I'm a bit risk averse in this sense, going out to these environments in general is dangerous to begin with. Like, you've been out to parties in IV, right? How many fights do you see when you go out and party in IV? Every single fucking night, right?
Probably.
Some dude, fucking brain damage, some 19-year-old kid smacked his head on the concrete, brain damage rest of his life. It's not worth it. And like the thing is, when you go out with your girl, especially if your girl is not like, some girls might have a loud mouth, right? Let me ask you guys a question. If you were out with your guy and some guy like walked by and said some shit to you, would you want your man to like defend you, intervene on your behalf?
No, because it doesn't matter. What does it matter?
I was just about to say. I said I don't party or club when I'm 30 now. When I was 20, I went to a club. When I was 21, I went to a club with my girlfriend at the time, and I don't like those environments. I told her I didn't want to go, but it was her birthday, and her older sister was like, "We going? I got her." You know what I'm saying? We all gonna go together. It was me, her sister, her male cousin. And just for example, I hated it. I did not want to be there. Didn't like the environment. She got drunk. It was her birthday. She got a little too drunk. And when she was coming back from the bathroom, she bumped into a guy accidentally. He goes, "Watch where you're going, bitch." Like that. So what do you think I have to do now? Now I got to step in because you disrespected my woman. She can't help herself. She tried to catch herself. She couldn't help. Her sister was supposed to help her, but her sister was going to help her because she went to the bathroom with her. But she stumbled and hit him. He was like, "Watch where you going, bitch." So now I got to step in. So now there's a conflict in the club that I have to defend that I shouldn't have to because I didn't want to go to begin with, but I tried to be understanding. And that's what Ryan means by risk averse too. It's a risky environment, not only for things regarding y'all, drinks, drugs, all of that stuff, but conflict.
I understand all of this, and I feel like it's all pointing fingers towards the root issue at hand, which is alcohol, which makes people out of control. That's why I think it was really cool how you said you haven't been drinking for so many days, because our society has normalized it.
34, but during my celibacy I was also like not drinking either. I do it like periodically.
Because see what kind of issues like we run into, like your girlfriend couldn't control herself, she stumbled upon someone, people cheat on their partners.
That's the other thing.
Men get into fights. It does like make people more aggressive. It makes people have sex with people they didn't want to have sex with. So I feel like that's really the root issue at hand, and that's also why I don't want to be doing it as often. So I understand where you guys are coming from. That's why I think it's very different if like girls just like go out with their girlfriends to like a restaurant, for example, than in a club, because alcohol does pose a lot of issues. And that's why if I had
go get dinner. That's cool.
And if I had a significant partner right now, like I probably wouldn't want them to go out either, because then there's that risk of them cheating on you. So I actually value your point a lot. Actually, it really like opened my mind, and if I had a boyfriend right now, I probably wouldn't want him to go out, and I would respect him not wanting me to go out, because there are a lot of risks that would jeopardize the relationship or our safety, especially the safety of a woman.
And to add what Q was saying, so if you're a girl, especially if there's alcohol involved, if your girl's mouthy, like I've seen so many, you can find fight videos online. I've seen it in person, where a girl will mouth off to some dude. You can see this anywhere. You'll see it like in a NFL game in the stadium. I've seen videos there was this one video of this girl mouthing off to some dude. And then the dude who she was mouthing off to is like, okay, she's not a threat, but the boyfriend is. I'm going to scorch the boyfriend. And he just fucking, boom, clocks him. Cool, brain damage, good times. So it's a risky situation to be in, especially if you got like your girl's drinking, if she can be mouthy. And like, it's at risk, because a lot of women know that they can mouth off to a dude and they're not going to do anything. But if your boyfriend's in the picture, that guy who you're mouthing off to, he starts looking,
redirects his aggression to you.
Okay, he's a potential threat. Boom, now you're in a fight. And that could be life-changing shit. People go to bars and clubs. They get drunk. They punch somebody. The guy hits his head on the concrete. Boom, murder. 20 years in prison. Or if you're on the receiving end of it, permanent. You fucking die. Brain damage. It's crazy. So it's just not worth it. And then, of course, like you was saying, like if you go out, like we as men, if you guys are looking at us to be protectors, that's us being like trying to protect you from risky situations. Mm-hmm. And we know that like the guys, like you guys said, the guys that go to these environments might not be the most respectable members of the community. Who knows what they might try to they might try to put something in your drink. They might try to
they're trying to get laid.
They might try to grab up on you. Like we don't want you in that position. That's us protecting you and wanting to protect the relationship. So
that's why communication is so important, because if you're just telling your partner, hey, I don't want you to go to a club, I don't want you to go to a party, and they're like, okay, why? Oh, just because I don't want you to go. If you're telling them like, oh, these are the risk factors that are going into it, I would understand more. But if you're just telling me no and you're like, I just don't want you to go, I'm going to think you're being controlling and trying to stop me.
Yeah, and I get that. I understand that. A lot of y'all date idiots. Yeah, a lot of y'all date guys who can't articulate themselves. They don't know how to explain how they feel, and that's what you resort to. You believe, okay, this is coming from a place of insecurity. Mm-hmm. But when you have guys like me and Brian who know how to articulate ourselves, I can tell I'm a great leader in my relationships. I know how to tell my woman, I know how to express exactly to my woman why I don't want her to do something. And most of the time she'll understand. I say most of the time because sometimes y'all hard-headed and y'all stubborn. But most of the time she will understand. Okay, I can understand that. And to the guys out there watching, it's easier to just avoid women who enjoy doing things. Like she said, like you said, you felt trapped. Yeah, exactly.
But mine wasn't just clubs or bars. Like mine, I couldn't even go to like a trip with my girls to Hawaii. I wasn't allowed to go to any concerts. Like the weekend concert, like I remember specifically that I like wanted to go with like my girlfriends, and like he just like was like, no, you're not allowed to go do any of that because of the reason that you guys had spoken about.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's easier for the fellas out there. Y'all just date women or try to find women who value what you value, who y'all ride in the same circles, y'all have the same interests. Assortative mating is a thing, homogamy is a thing. Date somebody who values the same things you value in terms of activities and things that you can do, because there are women are entitled to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And as a guy, exercising good mate selection is understanding you have to eliminate those women from your dating pool. It's that simple.
Yeah, I agree, because we would always go out when we were first dating, so that kind of like twisted my mind. I was like, why was it okay in the beginning and now it's not? Like I got snatched of it. Right, and I can understand that too with him switching up. That's another thing. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Good talk. Good talk. I would also argue though, like as a guy, you mentioned like, well, there needs to be communication about this. I would actually argue that a good woman, a high value woman, you actually don't need to tell her. She does this stuff automatically.
Oh, so you just want us to do what you say? You snap your fingers and we just do it?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, you just know, like, that's just how you're coming into the relationship.
Yeah, you lose interest in it, essentially.
Like, I shouldn't have to tell you to stop club. First off, I personally probably would not pursue a woman who even has a proclivity towards going out, because I don't really drink. Mm-hmm. I'll occasionally have, like, a beer, a glass of wine, rarely. I maybe have... once every 3 months I'll have a glass of wine. I've never been blacked out. I've got sick one time, and then after that I was like, okay, 1-2 drinks max, but I don't go out to bars, don't really drink. So
I'll give you ladies another example that speaks to Brian's point. The last relationship I was in at my college, I dated one of the women who was on the women's basketball team, and the women's basketball team, they like to go out and club and party. I mean, college women, they're always on the road, they play games. I went to a Division I university, so they were super busy. So whenever they got the opportunity, they went out. When we got in a relationship, she never wanted to go out with them anymore. Like, she would just tell them, just go ahead. I didn't even have to say anything. I didn't have to tell her I was uncomfortable with it. I didn't have to express that. She voluntarily gave that up. And then what that turned into is, because she was one of the captains on the team, she said, well, why don't we just have girls' night in my room? Like, they would literally just set up beer pong in the room, and they would play beer pong. They would invite some of the men's team if they wanted to come over. They play beer pong. We play, what's the little game where you take the logs out
Lincoln Logs?
Jenga. We play that. It was really simple. She altered the way that she heard fun for me, and the whole team followed behind that because she was a captain. But I didn't have to say anything because she already knew that was risky situations, and she respected me to the point to where I didn't have to communicate that to her. She just knew to do it.